Um, so last time, I guess we are looking at multiple choice questions. Yes, okay. So I guess I told you that there are three types of multiple choice questions we get in the exam. The first type that we did last time was one type, and there are other two types. To see an example of what I am talking about, uh, go to IELTS 14, page number 22. IELTS 14 is 22. On that page, you can see questions 19 and 20. Those are multiple choice questions. And how they are different from what we did last time is that you can see there are five options, unlike the four options that we saw in questions last time. So multiple choice questions can come with four options or more than four options. Again, five here, but sometimes there could be seven options or nine options or 11 options. There could be a lot of options in the questions. If you see more than four options, always think that there is not only one right answer. There must be more than one right answer. How to know? You don't have to guess. It says here, look at that, it says choose two letters. Means out of five options, two of them are correct. So it is just like last time, just that the same question has multiple answers. And I don't know if it will be easy or difficult, but at least it will take less time in my opinion. Because think in this way, if these two answers were from two separate questions, then each question has one line question, four options, four line options. Two questions will have eight lines like those. One line question for, sorry, 10 lines. One line question, four line options means five lines. Two questions means there will be 10 lines to find two answers. But here, within these six lines, five options and one line question, the two answers are there. So it maybe takes less time than doing two separate questions, because the question, if you understand once, it is for both our answers. And the answers, whatever the answers might be, they might not come serially, and usually they don't come serially. What I mean is, if A and B both are the correct answers, you might find B first and A second in the text. Doesn't come that A comes first and B comes second. Therefore, searching for answers to questions like these one by one with the help of the options is not a good idea. So what we should not do is, we should not look at option number A and search that, and again find option number B and search. We should not do that. We should read the question, look at all five options, understand them. In the exam, you are allowed to circle the word or underline the word to remember the question. And you will see, I will give you examples of those today, that each question, if you just focus on one or two main words of the question or the option, it helps to remember that question. So we will see that as well. So we will try this today. Uh, the title is The Growth of Bike Sharing Schemes Around the World. Do you know what that means? The growth of bike sharing schemes? What is it? Hmm. So yes, so bike means bicycles. One thing that people in Nepal, they mean bike. When they say bike, they mean motorbike. But bike means bicycle. The word bike comes from shortening the word bicycle, bicycle, short bic, bike, in that way. But we change it to bike, bike, just like microphone and mic, bicycle and bike, same way. Uh, so, like you said, in some cities in the world, you can share bicycles. You can hire bicycles to go around the city, and they do it to control traffic jam and air pollution. Like, think in this way: in developed countries where everybody has cars, there is a lot of air pollution and traffic jam. So the government, to encourage people to ride bicycles, they give free bicycles to people. Just give them for free so that they ride bicycles. Because think, if you already have a car, why would you ride a bicycle? So the government gives free bicycles, but giving one bicycle to everyone in the country is very expensive project. Imagine how many bicycles you have to buy. So they give on a sharing basis, like one family one bicycle maybe, then the members can share, or one neighborhood three bicycles. So in that, on that day, whoever has work, take the bicycle and wherever you want to go and bring it back and leave it at the same place. And some cities, they even charge money, a small fee like 10 rupees, more nominal fee, not to make profit from the bicycle, just to charge a fee so that people don't randomly just use this, people just take bicycles to go nowhere. So governments can do that. And in many cities you will see, like in Pokhara, if you have been there, you can hire bicycles. Now that is for commercial purpose, I guess. The people are earning money by hiring, renting bicycles, but government can do it, not for profit, just for a small fee, allow you to ride the bicycle throughout the day, but at the end you have to bring it back and give back to them as well. So it is about that. Let's look at the question. Which two of the following statements are made in the text about the Amsterdam bike sharing scheme of 1999? So, what does the question mean? That in the city of Amsterdam, have you heard of that city? Amsterdam, it is the capital of the Netherlands. In that city, in 1999, they launched a bike sharing scheme. We know that now. Now, in that scheme, what happened? There are five options. Option number A, it was initially opposed by a government department. Opposed means did not support. A government department did not support it. Department in Nepali means Bibhag. Can you name some government departments from Nepal? So, Inland Revenue Department, that is Rajaswa Bibhag in Nepal. Yatayat Bibhag, Department of Transport. Sadak Bibhag, Department of Roads. So Bibhags, Aushadhi Bibhag. So things like these. So department of a government did not support it is the first option. So in the exam, once we read all five options, it might be easy to forget them. So to remember the options, what you can do is you can underline the word oppose and government. Like in this long sentence, if you just remember two words, oppose and government, means government did not support, government opposed. It may help you to remember the question while searching for the answer. So option number A is government opposed. Number B, it failed when a partner in the scheme withdrew support. So the scheme was launched with multiple partners, I guess. Maybe there was one company who gave bicycles, maybe some volunteers who rent the bicycles. Multiple companies must be involved in this scheme. One partner withdrew means it took back the support. It supported in the beginning, but it took back the support and did not support, and then it failed. So number B, you can see partner withdrew. You can just focus on those things. One partner went back, stopped doing this. Number C, it aimed to be more successful than the Copenhagen scheme. So what it means is, before trying in Amsterdam, they tried before in Copenhagen. Do you know Copenhagen? The capital of Denmark. So they tried in Denmark first, in Copenhagen. And then second, they tried in Amsterdam. And in Amsterdam, they wanted to be more successful than Copenhagen. Because in the past, it might not have been successful. Number D, it was made possible by a change in people's attitudes. So bike sharing scheme was only possible when attitude of people changed. So think about it. Like I said earlier, if you already have a car, why would you ride a bicycle? Like I have a motorbike, why would I ever ride a bicycle? It is more difficult to travel on a bicycle. Unless my attitude changes, if I want to preserve the environment. So if you make people conscious about environment or traffic, then maybe people will ride bicycles. So this kind of a scheme only works if people's attitude changes. I guess that is what it means. Number E, it attracted interest from a range of bike designers. A range of means a lot of. bike designers, companies which design bicycles, they were attracted to this scheme. So this is the question with the five options. Now let's search in the text and try to find Amsterdam and 1999. Paragraph D. Uh, in paragraph D, on this next page, you can see it says 1999 in Amsterdam. So to really understand this point, the thing is, sometimes what happens is the sentence which has the keywords might only have partial information in it. So to really understand it, let me begin reading from this line onwards, from page number 20, that last line. Let me read from that line. After setting up the Danish system, Danish means in Denmark, must be in Copenhagen. After in Danish system, Schimmelpenninck, so this must be the person who is doing it, decided to try his luck again in the Netherlands. And this time he succeeded in arousing the interest of the Dutch Ministry of Transport. So what that means is, maybe before in Denmark, the ministry did not support, maybe, but this time it aroused the interest, means interest became active in this field. And the Dutch ministry supported. Dutch means of Netherlands. The Ministry of Netherlands of Transport supported this. That means A may not be the answer, because option number A says government department opposed it, but here it says they were interested in this. So being interested and opposed are opposite things. So A may not be the answer. Let's keep on listening. Mm. Initially means in the beginning. After setting up the Danish system means after finishing in Denmark. Sorry, in Denmark, Schimmelpenninck, the person who did this thing, he tried again in Netherlands, and in Netherlands the government supported it. Option number A, in Amsterdam it says the government initially did not support it. They are opposite things, therefore it may not be the answer. So now, what made the government support? Let's see. Times had changed, he recalls. People had become more environmentally conscious. And the Danish experiment had proved that bike sharing was a real possibility. Now, we don't know much about what happened in Denmark. Maybe if you read paragraph ABC, we will find that. But still, whatever happened in Denmark. But in Netherlands, times had changed. I mean, it was a different time. And people had become more conscious about the environment. And what happened because of that? A new white Fitson plan was launched in Amsterdam. So it was launched because people had become more conscious about the environment. That is why option number D may be correct, because it was made possible by a change in people's attitudes. If people don't care about the environment, nobody will take a bicycle. Option number C. This thing, option number C, the aim was to be more successful. It doesn't say that directly here. It says after Denmark, they tried in Netherlands. But it doesn't say that in Netherlands they wanted to be more successful than Denmark. To be more successful means, what it means is, let's say in Denmark they did it for 1 year, but nobody came to take the bike. People did not want the bike. Or in one day, at least half of the bikes were not taken. Only some people took the bike. Something like that. And in Netherlands, they wanted to increase that. If that was written here, then maybe that would have been the answer. The thing is, it is not directly written. So maybe C, but not written directly here that they wanted to be more successful than the past. It just says that they launched it again because they failed in the past. Now, did they want to be more successful or not? It is not given here, so we don't know. Anyway, let's keep on reading. However, riding a white bike was no longer free. It cost 1 guilder per trip. Guilder is the old currency of Netherlands. Now they use euro, but in the past they use guilder. And payment was made by a chip card developed by the Dutch bank Postbank. So they had a card, just like an ATM card, I guess. You use the card to pay, and then you take a bicycle. And the bank called Postbank developed this. Schimmelpenninck designed conspicuous. Conspicuous means easily noticeable. When you see it, you know it is that. Like, can you note? Can you? realize when you have seen a police car, it looks different from other kinds of cars, different color, I guess. Like, do you realize when you see an ambulance, how to distinguish an ambulance from another kind of vehicle? Looks different, or a police car or a fire truck looks different. Conspicuous means easily noticeable. That is what they made it. The bicycle looks different. Otherwise, if you ride your personal bicycle, how would somebody know it is your personal bicycle or it's a government given bicycle or Skimal Phoenix bicycle? So they made it look different. Conspicuous. Sturdy means strong. White bikes locked in special racks which could be opened with the chip card. The plan started with 250 bikes distributed over 5 stations. So in the city of Netherlands, in 5 places they kept bicycles where they were locked in racks. And if you can use your card, you can take a bicycle. You have to pay 1 guilder for using it once. That is how it started. So just that only number D is written in that paragraph. Maybe in the next paragraph we will find some other answers. And one thing again, this word designed in this same paragraph, schematic designed conspicuous. Just because the word designed is there doesn't mean number E is the answer, because number E says a range of bike designers, means a lot of bike designers were attracted. But here it says only schematic 1% designed the bike. Not that a lot of people were interested in designing the bikes. So maybe that is not the answer. Let's say in paragraph E, Theo Molina, who was a system designer. Now, how would the system work? How to hire a bicycle from that station? How to do this system? He designed this. Theo Molina worked alongside Skimmel Penick. I remember when we were testing the bike racks, he announced that he had already designed better ones. This is again designing bike racks, not designing bicycles, but how to keep the bicycles in the rack. But of course, we had to go through with the ones we had, so they just used whatever they had. The system, however, was prone to vandalism and theft. Prone means in danger of. Vandalism means in Nepali todfod, breaking, people stealing bikes, things like this, and theft. After every weekend, there would always be a couple of bikes missing. Molina says, I really have no idea what people did with them because they could instantly be recognized as white bikes. So people were stealing these bicycles. Although even if you steal, people would find out because it looks different from other kinds of bicycles. But still, people stole these bikes. But the biggest blow means something difficult, came when Postbank decided to abolish the chip card because it wasn't profitable. So the company which made the card through which you pay for the bicycles stopped making the card. That chip card was pivotal to the system. What does pivotal mean? You must have heard this word before, pivot, in simple machine. Fulcrum, load arm, import arm, fulcrum. Fulcrum is also called pivot. In a machine, the point at which the things move is called a pivot. Like for an example, in this door hinge here, this door hinge is called the pivot because it is on the door hinge that the door moves. It moves on that point. On a pair of scissors, the point where the two blades are connected, that point is called the pivot because on that point the blades move. Pivot is the point in a machine from where the things move. Without that pivot, it would not work. If the door did not have that hinge, the pivot, then the door would not work. If a scissor doesn't have that point where the two are connected, then it will not work. Pivotal means it is very important as well. So this chip card which the company stopped making was pivotal, means without the chip card the system would not work because the rack will only open when you use the chip card. So this, I guess, hints at number B being an answer. It failed when a partner in the scheme withdrew support. Withdrew means take back. The bank which used to make the card stopped making the card, so it failed because the card was pivotal. Without the card, the system would not work. So that must be the answer, number B. So those two, B and D, are the answers to this question. So I hope you are getting it. It is just like last time. The only difference is there is more than one right answer. So wherever you find one answer, next to it, you will find the next answer. Usually, both answers are near each other. Like here we saw in next to each other in immediate paragraphs the answers are there. Mm, there may be some questions where the answers may be far apart, like one answer may be in paragraph A and the other in paragraph G. Maybe some questions might be like that, but usually in questions like these, both answers are near each other. So it may make it easy to find the answer. So now I want you to try another set of questions similar to this by yourself. For that, why don't you go to just the next one? Okay, then just this one. 23. Just at the back there is another question. So try that. Since it is the last question, the answer may also be towards the end of the text somewhere. Keywords may have been given. Amsterdam today.